A city built on the sea. Helsinki has some 400,000 tourists a year coming in on cruise ships and passenger ferries, the ports where they dock a focal point of the town's centre. And nearby commercial harbours are a gateway for 30% of Finland's foreign trade. Ships are vital to the city's economy, but they're also a challenge for city planners and marine engineers keen to cut down on pollution.
Traditionally, especially in Europe, the big ports are inside cities. You take Hamburg, Rotterdam, Amsterdam, Antwerp and so on. And big ships entering these urban areas, they are still big engines, and big engines means quite a lot of emissions. So we were starting to have a look at what the technology base that ABB has could do in order to prevent harmful emissions into central urban areas. And we were starting to talk about a concept that we call the zero emission port call.
The idea of a zero emissions port call is that by switching to battery power to come into port and using primarily renewable energy while they unload, ships could literally give off no harmful emissions at all while inside urban areas. That's an aspirational target for the marine industry, as changing regulations mean that emissions like sulphur and nitrogen oxides are under increasing scrutiny.
Yeah, of course it's very important. It's coming more important every day and every day. We have to try to reduce the emissions, but of course the regulation is helping us as well. I mean, if you look at the new regulation in Baltic and North Sea, where the sulfur will be limited in beginning of 2015 to 0.1, which means the vessel has to use the marine diesel oil or LNG, or I believe that will increase in the future, and more regulation will come.
ABB is in a unique position to find across-the-board solutions, and the technology to make zero-emissions port calls a reality is already out there. One key concept is shore-to-ship power connections, pioneered by ABB, which allow ships to cut their engines and plug into a power supply at the harbour. That's already allowing cities like Gothenburg and Rotterdam to make huge cuts to emissions, vibrations and noise pollution in port districts. Meanwhile, ABB's expertise in energy storage and onboard power can allow ships to charge batteries to reduce fuel costs at sea and take over completely in port. It's a total vision of how the whole industry can move to the next level of environmental awareness.
Times are gone where the ships were out at sea and nobody cared, and nobody could see and nobody could understand. Media today, and especially young people starting to look at the future and taking more responsibility of the future, want to have a cleaner industry, whatever industry it is. So we in the shipping industry, we are not going to be left outside this development.
And it's a development with huge opportunities. 90% of the world's commerce already travels by ocean, and seaborne trade is set to double over the next 15 years. It's already the most environmentally friendly form of transport. Now ABB is determined to lead the way in showing how the marine industry can be more efficient, more powerful and cleaner than ever before.